Ever feel like you're losing pieces of yourself? Not all at once, not dramatically, just gradually. One yes when you meant to say no. One favor when you're already running on empty. One more person's emotional crisis you absorb while your own stays unaddressed. You give to everyone else your time, your energy, your patience, your kindness, your attention, your grace. You show up, you listen, you help, you care. But here's the question that's going to sting a little. Who's giving that back to you? And I don't mean in a transactional way. I'm not saying people owe you. But when's the last time someone showed up for you the way you show up for them? When's the last time someone asked how you're really doing and then actually waited for the real answer? When's the last time you felt genuinely seen, not just needed? You're running dry, and you're smiling anyway, because that's what you do. You keep going. You keep giving. You convince yourself you're fine with less because at least other people are okay. But you're not fine. You're disappearing. There's this thing we tell ourselves, this lie wrapped in a virtue. I don't need much. I'm just happy when other people are happy. Taking care of others fills me up. And maybe that was true once. Maybe caring for people did fill you up when you were doing it from a full place, when you had something to give. But somewhere along the way, you started giving from empty. And that math doesn't work. You can't pour from an empty cup. I know you've heard that before. I know it sounds like one of those Instagram quote things you roll your eyes at. But it's true. Not poetically true. Literally true. When you're running on fumes, every interaction costs more than you have. Every emotional labor moment is borrowed from tomorrow's reserves. Every "I'm fine" is a withdrawal from an account that's already overdrawn. And the wildest part? You keep doing it. You keep saying yes. You keep showing up. You keep performing the version of yourself that has endless capacity. Because you think that's what makes you valuable. That's what makes you worthy. That's what makes you lovable. If you stop giving, who are you? If you start saying no, will people still want you around? If you need something, will anyone actually show up? So you don't risk it. You just keep giving and hope that eventually someone notices you're empty. But what if they don't? What if you wait your whole life for someone to give back what you've been giving and it never comes? Not because people are bad, not because they don't care, but because you never taught them you needed it. You never let them see you were running out. Let me tell you something you probably won't believe at first. It's not selfish to want to feel seen. It's human. It's not needy to want reciprocity. It's healthy. It's not too much to ask for the same energy you give. It's the bare minimum. You've been treating your own needs like they're optional extras, like everyone else's needs are urgent and yours are negotiable, like you can function indefinitely on scraps while serving everyone else full meals. And you can't. You're not superhuman. You're not wired to give endlessly without receiving. That's not how people work. That's not how you work, even though you've been trying to prove otherwise for years. Here's the truth. You don't have a self-care problem. You have a self-worth problem. You give to others easily because you believe they deserve it. You withhold from yourself because, somewhere deep down, you're not sure you do. You extend patience to everyone else's mistakes, but brutal judgment to your own. You offer kindness to people who hurt you, but criticism to yourself for not being enough. You give grace to those who disappoint you, but shame yourself for having needs at all. Why? What makes everyone else more deserving than you? Here's the thing. You don't need to learn self-love from scratch. You already know how to love. You do it every day. You're good at it. You know how to be patient with someone who's struggling. You know how to be kind when someone makes a mistake. You know how to show up when someone needs support. You know how to listen without judging. You know how to give the benefit of the doubt. You know how to forgive. You just give all of that to everyone except yourself. Self-love isn't some mystical new skill. It's not lighting candles and taking bubble baths, though sure, those are nice. Self-love is giving yourself what you've been giving everyone else. It's saying, "I'm struggling today," to yourself with the same compassion you'd offer a friend. It's treating your mistakes as learning moments instead of character failures, the way you would for someone you care about. It's showing up for your own needs the way you show up for theirs. It's listening to your body when it says, "I'm tired," instead of overriding it with, "But people need me." It's forgiving yourself for not being perfect, the same grace you extend to literally everyone else. That's it. That's the practice. Stop treating yourself like you're the only person in your life who doesn't deserve your own care. I want you to try something. Right now or later today when you're alone, look in the mirror. Actually look. Not the quick check to make sure you're presentable. Look at your face, your eyes, the person looking back at you, and say something kind, out loud. Not "you look fine" or some neutral observation. Something actually kind. Something you would say to someone you love who's been through what you've been through. You're doing your best. You've been carrying so much. You deserve rest. You're worthy of the love you give. I'm proud of you for still being here. Say it. Even if it feels ridiculous, even if you don't believe it yet, even if it makes you cry, because that person in the mirror has been waiting to hear that from you for a very long time. And here's what I need you to understand. You deserve the love you give away, not because you've earned it, not because you've suffered enough, not because you've proven your worth through endless giving. You deserve it because you're human. That's the only requirement. You don't need permission from anyone to start treating yourself like you matter. But if you're waiting for it anyway, here it is. You're allowed to stop giving until you're empty. You're allowed to say no without 17 justifications. You're allowed to have needs and express them. You're allowed to rest without producing anything. You're allowed to take care of yourself first and other people second. That's not selfishness, that's survival, and it's long overdue. You don't have to overhaul your entire life today. You don't have to suddenly become a self-care queen who says no to everything and puts yourself first, always. Start with one thing you give to everyone else that you're going to start giving to yourself. Is it patience? Start being patient with yourself when you mess up, the way you are when others do. Is it kindness? Start speaking to yourself the way you speak to people you care about. No more brutal self-talk. Is it time? Start giving yourself even 15 minutes of your own undivided attention. Not while multitasking, not while taking care of something else. Is it forgiveness? Start letting go of the things you're still punishing yourself for, the way you've let go of what others did. Is it belief? Start believing yourself when you say you're tired, you're hurt, you're not okay, the way you believe others without question. Pick one, just one, and practice it this week. Not perfectly, not life-changingly, just practice. Because self-love isn't a destination. It's not something you achieve and then you're done. It's a practice, a redirect, a slow relearning of where your care gets to go. And you've spent enough years directing it everywhere but yourself. What's one thing you give to others but not yourself? Not a list, not 5 things. One thing, the first one that comes to mind. Patience, forgiveness, compassion, time, belief, kindness, the benefit of the doubt. Say it out loud below. Type it. Name it. Because naming it is the first step to redirecting it. And maybe someone else will read your answer and realize they're withholding the exact same thing from themselves. Maybe your honesty gives them permission to start. If this one landed, subscribe. We're doing this every week. Permission to stop performing and start existing as a whole person who matters. And if you know someone who's been everyone's everything while being nothing to themselves, send them this. Not to shame them, but to remind them they're allowed to be on their own list of people who deserve care. You deserve the love you give away, not someday, not when you've done enough. Now,